Okay, so on to the second pass. Now, our second pass is going to be quite substantive. We're going to get most of the job finished here, and our third pass is going to be minor tweaks, leveling some things out, and then applying the animated thirds and animated information graphics, the presets that we need to add to this project. So we are going to get most of the work done here. We're going to be using a lot of the cutaways, which means that we might close down the select timelines after a point, and we'll start using cutaways in a standard kind of 3-point way that we're used to. We've got some animations. Some kind of simple 3D stuff that was made for the project. And then we have a selection of cutaways that we're going to use for all of this. We've got people at work, we've got the location, we've got a nice little vanity shot of Jake there. And then we can have a nice animated third introducing Jake, saying, you know, Jake as managing director. And we've got more kind of, you know, just colleague interactions and things, and a bit of walking through an archway of a building that looks quite impressive. Things that just add a sense of prestige to the company, because that is an important part of it. And it does have a very nice location. Like, the interior is really nice. That's quite a nice little blurred out bokeh shot there. So we've got plenty of that kind of work to do as well. We're not going to do a huge amount of audio stuff. We've got an audio pass coming towards the end of this, and just before the third pass, we might add the music track to this. And remember that the download, or the link to a placeholder for the music track, is available at the start of this module. Again, I cannot redistribute copyrighted materials under any circumstances, so I can't redistribute music from Premium Beat, which is where we got it in this case. So you have to use the watermarked version there, I'm afraid. So let's get started. So first off, let's start looking at what we've got.
Projectus is a fast-growing and unique business working within medical technology recruitment. We're looking for people across all levels, from entry-level through to experienced recruiters, to take our business to the next level of growth. You'll be working in a market that helps...
Okay, so when we say we're looking for people of all levels...
We're looking for people across all levels.
That's quite emphatic, that's quite an emphasis, so I think what I probably want to do is see if I can use a close-up there, if I'm really thinking about what I'm doing. So
We also work in a...
okay, so I only got the mid from that, so let's take a look at his rushes, and we've got the proper interview.
Projectus is a complete... Start again. Projectus is a fast-growing niche business working within the medical... Projectus is a fast-growing unique business working within medical technology recruitment. We're looking for people across all levels, from We're looking for people across all levels, from entry-level through to experienced recruiters, to take our business to the next level of growth.
Cool. Look, what am I doing?
Growth. We're looking for hello.
So let's take a look. So I think I'm probably going to close the secondary thing down, and I can always just bring up more timelines if I need to, but I don't really want to. I want more space here. So
Projectus is a fast-growing and unique business working within medical technology recruitment.
okay, that appears to have lost its audio for some reason.
Projectus is a fast-growing and unique business working within medical technology recruitment. We're looking for people across all levels, from entry...
Okay, so let's start getting the timings down here. I'll go into trim mode. I'm going to take snap off, and then let's start.
Technology recruitment. We're looking for people across all levels. We're looking for... Technology recruitment. We're looking for people across all levels, from entry level through to experienced recruiters to take our business to the next level of growth.
Okay, so when we get there, I want to have across the USA. So let's take a look at Jake Selects and see if we can find that. Now, I am going to cut to a cutaway here. So I can just copy and paste this. Cool.
You'll be working in a market.
So if I shift, control or command and V, I will paste insert.
Business to the next level of growth. We're specifically looking for ambitious, experienced recruiters and team leaders to set up practices for us across Europe and the USA.
Okay, so I've got Europe and the USA here, so what I can just do...
Across Europe and the USA. Next level of growth. Across Europe and the USA.
Cool, so I need to hide that with a cutaway. So let's take a look at our cutaways. And I'll make them a bit smaller, and I might bring them down here so I get more room. So these are the cutaways we've got to work with. The actual edit did have some kind of bought stock graphics from Fotolia and the like. Well, Fotolia is Adobe stock now; it has been for ages. But they did have some stock graphics. These were made for the project, so I can't redistribute the stock graphics. So we just have to choose what we think works here. So I think if we have someone on a headset or the phone, to show a kind of international thing, if we're talking about Europe and the USA, then that's kind of global. So let's give that a go, and that's going to help hide the transition between these two. And then
every single day using groundbreaking technology.
What we can do before this guy becomes too much of a distraction, we can then cut away with one of the shots we have of Jake, which we have... Where have they gone? Shots like this. And then we have a little introductory graphics that'll help us out here. But first things first, let's get this shot of the headset in there. I've lost it again. There we are. Cool, so I really just want a bit of distinct action here. And then I'll make a new track. We'll turn off, not to turn off, we'll turn off opt-in. And we'll also turn that off as well. And then if I go back...
recruiters to take our business to the next level.
Now, I don't like that little hand gesture. It's a little bit awkward, so we'll use the cutaway to hide that as well. So I'll just go ahead and... Nope, put source patch on that one. So I'll just go ahead and also not erase the audio. I'll go ahead and put that there.
To take our business to the next level of growth across Europe and the USA. You'll be working in a market that helps to save people's lives every single day using groundbreaking. You'll be working in a market that helps to save people's lives every single day using groundbreaking.
So before he turns around there, I want to cut away, and then we have this shot. Because I want to introduce his character, that's what this shot was filmed for. And that can be quite a big one. We'll just put that in there. And we can just...
using groundbreaking technology. We also work in a fun and vibrant complex near Covent Garden.
So what I think we'd do here, let's just...
We also work in a fun...
Okay, that's enough. So now, I think what I want to do is introduce... Here we go, that's a nice one. So I like that kind of pan down. Let's give that a go. We might speed that up a little bit. So I want to retime this clip. I'm going to drag this up so I can see the thumbnail. I just need to apply retime controls. Sometimes these don't show up properly. Just drag the video track up or down until you see it. I needed to refresh this once or twice. And what I want to be able to do is squeeze down the clip.
A vibrant complex near Covent Garden with a huge emphasis on socialising.
Often I'll go...
And that might be a little bit too much. Maybe I'll just make it about 130 and then I'll just squeeze that in, because what I want to do is put another shot in here.
A fun and vibrant complex near Covent Garden with a huge...
And maybe I'll put that back a little bit and go back into the cutaways. And these are quite nice shots as well. Okay, that one's not so good. Cool, and I'll just drag that down there for the sake of it being easier. So let's see what we think here.
We also work in a fun and vibrant complex near Covent Garden with a huge emphasis on socialising.
Okay, this one could be a little bit longer and that could be a little bit shorter.
We also work in a fun and vibrant complex near Covent Garden with a huge emphasis on socialising.
So I want to trim this back. Now I played around with the Me Too buttons over here, so remember they need to be on to be affected by any trim operation. There we go, and I will just take the breaths out here.
Groundbreaking technology. We also work in a fun and
Just maybe a split second back in there.
technology. We also work in a We also work...
Cool. And I just want to try and improve the pacing
Take
here.
our business
It's a short, sharp video, so like kind of the pacing of this dialogue is quite
to the
important.
next
So
level of growth across Europe.
I need to make that sound like it's all part of the same sentence. So
To the next level of growth across Europe and the US.
that's a little bit much.
To the next level of growth across Europe and take our business to the next level of growth across Europe and the USA. You'll be working
Cool. That's quite nice and natural. Let's just make sure we get this here.
the next level of growth across Europe and the USA. You'll be working in a market that helps to save people's lives every single day using groundbreaking technology. Every single day using groundbreaking technology. We also work in a fun and
Cool. I might slip that back a little bit so we get more time with the graphic.
using groundbreaking technology. We also work in a fun and vibrant complex near Covent Garden with a huge emphasis on socialising.
Cool. Okay, so let's really take a look at this and see what we've got so far.
Experienced recruiters to take our business to the next level of growth across Europe and the USA. You'll be working in a market that helps to save people's lives every single day using...
Okay, no matter what, this guy's a problem. Let's see. Let's try and hide this completely. So let's extend one of these and extend the other back a little bit in order to hide it. And let's see what we can get out of this then.
to the next level of growth.
Okay. Before we get the awkward hand movement, before we get the full-on Tony Blair hands.
Our business to the next level of growth. From entry level through to experienced recruiters to take our business to the next level of growth across Europe and the USA. You'll be working in a market that helps to save people's lives every single day using groundbreaking technology. We also work in a fun and vibrant complex in
Okay, I think we can bring that back and we can actually slip it to give us more time on the shot of Jake there.
It helps to save people's lives every single day using groundbreaking technology. We also work...
There we go, because we're going to have text here as well.
Using groundbreaking technology. We also work in a fun and vibrant complex near Covent Garden with a huge emphasis on socialising.
Often I'll go for either a beer or a coffee with both clients and candidates to really understand their needs.
Okay, I feel like Jake probably has more to say, and I don't think we've mentioned the shares. Maybe we should mention the shares a little bit earlier.
For instance, we have a clear structured commission scheme that pays between 30 and 50% uncapped. This helps our employees save huge amounts of money very, very quickly.
Okay, so I think there's something that we may have, I may have gone a little bit off brief here. So I probably want to insert an extra little bit of Jake's dialogue here. So where's the shares? There we go.
One of the unique things about our business is every single employee has share options from day one, right across the board. So they've got a key stakeholder. One of the unique things about our business is every single employee gets share options from day one in how our business develops and grows in the future.
Right, but let's just mention...
This means you're personally invested in the success of our business. This means you're One of the unique things about our business is every single employee has share options from day one. We're specifically looking for ambitious... One of the unique things about our business is every single employee has share options from day one, right across the board. So they've got a key stakeholder. One of the unique things about our business is every single employee gets share options from day one in how our business develops and grows in the future.
Right, so let's just mention...
Okay, I think if I put these two together...
One of the unique things about our business is every single employee gets share options from day one. One of the unique things about our business... One of the unique things about our business is every single employee gets share options from day one. One of the unique things about our business is you're given share options from day one in how our business develops and grows in the future.
Right, so let's just mention...
This means you're personally invested in the success of our business.
Right, there we go. So... And I'm beginning to move my selector around a bit now. That's fine, as long as they don't become completely chaotic.
One of the unique things about our business is every single employee gets share options from day one. This means you're personally invested in the success of our business.
Okay, I'm going to put that in there as well, because we haven't mentioned the share options so far, or at least I haven't. You may have done. Now, I copied these clips whilst they were in tracks V2A2. So source patch isn't going to help me with this one. I just need to turn the Me Too button off on video track 1 here. It's going to create a second audio track, but we'll use an audio track for music later on, so that doesn't bother me too much. With auto track selector or Me Too just on video track 1, I can shift, control or command and V, and I'll just drag the audio back up.
Huge emphasis on socialising. One of the unique things about our business is every single employee gets share options from day one. This means you're personally invested in the success of our business.
Cool, so let's now take a look at these cutaways.
In a fun and vibrant complex near Covent Garden.
So, bring the controls back up. I'll put trim mode on. Turn Me Too off. And of course Me Too off for audio as well. There we go. In fact, I'll just take retime controls off on that one.
With a huge emphasis on socialising. One of the unique things about our business is...
Cool, so it's beginning to look good. So we've got lots of awkward continuity over here. I kind of want to block all of this out with cutaways. So I think what we need to do is stretch a few of these things out a bit more. I think we can spend quite a lot of time looking at these. So I want to leave everything else. I'm going to have Me Too just on track V2, and then what I can do is I can extend these out by quite a bit. And I can put these out a little bit as well. So let's just see how this plays.
To the next level of growth. To experienced recruiters to take our business to the next level of growth across Europe and the USA. You'll be working in a market that helps to save people's lives every single day using groundbreaking technology. We also work in a fun and vibrant complex near Covent Garden with a huge emphasis on socialising. One of the unique things about our business is every single employee gets share options at day one. This means you're personally invested in the success of our business.
Okay, cool. That's beginning to look good to me. It also does hide a lot of the continuity errors we have down there. This can be a challenging edit, dealing with all of this stuff in the background. I might zoom in slightly and pan down on this just to avoid that little bit of Tony Blair hands down there, but I think everything else is coming along. Cool. So,
Business.
now that we've put this in here, the transition to Bernard seems a little bit off. Let's just watch this.
Day one. This means you're personally invested in the success of our business.
Often I'll go for either a beer or a coffee with both clients and candidates to really understand their needs.
Yeah, that's not as natural as it once was now because we've changed this. However, we're talking about giving, I tell you what, yeah, how? Because we've got this stuff hanging around at the edge. Okay, I tell you what, we have now changed focus to talking about employees, haven't we?
One of the unique things about our business is every single employee gets share options at day one. This means you're personally invested in the success of our business.
Okay, and then let's see, because we've got this bit here from Sarah hanging around.
This is one of the reasons why I decided to join Projectus. I love the fact that we are a niche business company, not a multinational company, which are treated like numbers. We all understand recruitment, we live recruitment.
Okay, I'm going to get rid of that first intro, and I think this could work. So let's just slot this in. There's much more professional ways of doing that, but this is a very mousy edit anyway, so
Share options at day.
I tell you what, I will give you a trick when we're cutting dialogue like this. It's always better if we cut back to someone or we cut to someone whilst they're in the process of talking, basically like a J cut. No, an L cut. Basically like an L cut because we hear them before we see them. That's a kind of pretty stock trick for editing documentary and corporate. So we just let this overshoot a little bit and it's going to make the transition into the next contributor that much more easy. Then I think I might just trim this in slightly.
Personally invested in the success of our business.
I love the fact that we are a niche business company, not a multinational company, which are treated like numbers. We all understand recruitment, we live recruitment.
Okay.
We all understand recruitment, we live recruitment.
Okay, I want to close up on that. I think I want to close up on that. So I want to close up on We Live Recruitment. Let's get Sarah's select here and see what we've got, if we've got that. So we might just have to look at the close-up.
So this is an exciting time to join Projectus Consulting, so why don't you send your CV out now?
Okay, that's the wrong rush.
I'm fluent in more than one language, in this case.
Okay, so let's take a look at Sarah's full interview then.
Basic salary is quite generous, and consultancy is higher, as you can so it's quite generous. Consultancy offering 10%, but also 30%. Absolutely, so earnings, so it's commission, and
I tell you what, we can cheat a little bit. Let's just zoom in and see which rush this came from. 13. Okay, so 13 is going to be a fair way through.
you will never see someone else outside training. So some people coming from the outside, in-house, from the outside, and we had the ability to spend an opportunity to spend some time with them. Face to so push about you don't number, focus on your colleagues. That I could bring in the company. So the fact that I'm fluent.
Cool. Okay.
I
Here
love
we
the
go.
fact that we are not a multinational company. We live and understand recruitment on a daily basis. We develop relationships with our clients, with our candidates, and as well among colleagues. We're not treated like numbers, and for me, this is great.
Okay, lovely. But let's just start that by saying I love the fact that we're a niche business and not a multinational.
Slower.
No, just because you didn't say I love the fact that we're a niche business. You just said I love that we're not multinational.
Okay.
Okay, go on. Yeah, so I love the fact that we're a niche business and not a multinational. Pure numbers.
I love the fact that we are a niche business and not a multinational company where we're treated like numbers. I love the fact that we can.
That's spot on. These people are just being very rude about it.
I love the fact that we're a niche
We'll get there in a
business and
second.
not a multinational company. We're not treated like numbers, and
I mean, I already have my IO down there, but
we live and understand recruitment.
And go.
I love the fact that we are a niche business company, not a multinational company, which are treated like numbers. We all understand we all understand recruitment. We live recruitment.
cool. So
We all
I think I just want to overwrite in there,
understand
and we've got a little bit left. I'll just take out that little bit.
like numbers. We all understand
Oh, that syncs up quite well. Quite fortunately, that was a complete fluke, but sometimes that
like
happens.
numbers. We all
Almost perfect.
understand
Fair enough.
recruitment. We live recruitment.
Often I'll go
And I might just trim that out for a split second. This is a difficult one to time, so there we
Recruitment.
go.
often
So we're talking about
We
recruitment.
live recruitment.
often I'll go for either a beer or a coffee with
I'm going to clear this marker now because it's just getting in the way. The more we do this, the more Bernard's bit here seems a little bit out of place. So I think I'm just going to take this and put it to one side for now. And we'll come back to that later. Don't want to go into Fairlight.
In which are treated like numbers. We all understand recruitment. We live recruitment.
Cool. So let's take a look at what else we've got in here. We had Ella, didn't we?
The medical device arena is very exciting. There are constantly new startups coming into the market, new products, new technologies, and it's absolutely amazing. Our goal is to become number one in the world for medical recruitment.
Okay, what if we put that ahead here? Maybe you've got a little bit of reshuffling to do.
The medical device
Recruitment.
The medical device arena is very exciting. There are constantly new startups coming into the market, new products, new technologies, and it's absolutely amazing.
Cool.
Our goal is to
think
become number one.
so. We have a cut there. We can disguise that cut if we pull into a close-up on this shot. Let's take a look at Ella's selects and see if we have that.
The medical device arena is very constantly coming into the market, new products, new technologies, and it's absolutely
Okay, so let's go to her close-up interview. Let's take a look at which rush we're dealing with. 12.
Really, don't do that. Now we're talking about why you came here. It feels
tools to develop as well.
Is it high
Yeah, sure. Do well to need to be outgoing. I'm ready to get off the phone and target driven. In the office, I myself speak German, French, and English fluently. Yeah, Projectus definitely has the potential to grow really, really fast. I myself have been here for 8 months, and I've seen myself nearly at the top of the leaderboard.
It's fine, it's just
Yeah, I love the fact that my job is making a positive impact on people's lives. I like to have that ability to make personal development as well. At Projectus, you never stop learning. We always end candidates in the long term. Okay, here at Projectus, we want to be there for our candidates and clients in the long term.
We have lots of CVs in our database. We don't just send them out. We're interested in being number one in the world for medical recruitment.
Okay,
We're
here we
very
are.
ambitious here at Project. We match our candidates and our clients as possible by listening and signing them. We want to match our clients and candidates the best way possible, and we do that by listening, really understand them and getting people together very fit. We're very ambitious here at Projectus. We're very ambitious at Projectus. Our goal is to become #1 in the world for medical recruitment.
Okay, let's just see. There's always a bit of hunting involved when we get to this point. So that's 13 and that's 12. So
Technologies, and it's absolutely amazing. At Projectus, you never stop learning. We always keep ourselves up to date.
Okay, let's just see. 12. So this should be...
database. We don't. Right, done it. We'll just go back and do it once more. Okay. To cover it all. Right, let's talk about wellness on. Right. So we're going to talk about how the medical device arena is very exciting. There are a lot of new
Okay, here we go.
new products.
The medical device arena is very exciting. There are constantly new startups coming into the market, new products, new technologies, and it's absolutely amazing.
Okay, so let's get the close-up here. This is, despite what you might see on this recording, this is a little bit out of sync.
New startups coming into the market, new products, new products, new market, new products, new technologies, and it's absolutely amazing.
Cool, so I want to get rid of that. And there'll be a little bit of massaging to make this sync up.
Products, new products, new market, new product. Into the market, new product, market. To the market, new products, new. To the market, new product. Market, new products, new. Market, new products, new into the market, new products, new technologies, and it's absolutely amazing.
Cool.
And it's absolutely amazing. Our goal is to become.
I'll just add a little bit of a breath in there.
And it's absolutely amazing. Our goal is to become #1 in the world for medical recruitment.
Cool, so that cuts together quite nicely. So let's talk about what's next. Maybe, now that we've had a little bit of neutral stuff in there, maybe we can bring Bernard back in again.
Often I'll go for either a beer or a coffee with both clients and candidates to really understand their needs. We're an international business. I do a lot of traveling. I go over to different conferences and different meetings to different clients across Europe. It's a great way to get in front of people and really...
Okay, I'm not entirely convinced I like this take now, so let's just take a look at what else we have. And in particular, I don't like cutting to him on a close-up. I think we need to follow the inductive arc here. We probably need to get the wide version of this take. And then a different
We're an
take of
international
this.
business. I do a lot of traveling. I go over to different conferences and different meetings to different...
So let's take a look at the last select reel. Let's take a look at Bernard's selects and see what we have in here. So
Often I'll go for a beer or a coffee with candidates and clients.
cool. So that's the one I think I'll use.
Often I'll go for either a beer or a coffee with both clients and candidates to really understand their needs. We're an international business. I do a lot of traveling. I go over to different conferences and different meetings to different clients across Europe. It's a great way to get in front of people and really understand exactly what their recruitment needs are.
Okay, so let's
We're an
just
international business.
take a look. First off, let's...
Often I'll go for a beer or a coffee with candidates and clients.
No, I like this. Problem is we don't have the wide of this, which makes this a bit awkward, so we'll just have to see how that goes. This second
We're an
one,
international business. I do a lot of...
I don't like that one. Let's see if we've got that in a wide here.
We're an international business here and we like to travel, meet all of our customers. We get over to Europe, we go to different conferences and equally go to meet them at their facilities. We're an international business here.
Okay,
We get over to Europe, we go to different conferences and equally go to meet them at their facilities.
okay, cool. So I like this. I like this take. Let's use that. We'll have to do a bit of a deductive arc here.
A beer or a coffee with both clients and candidates to really understand their needs. We're an international business here and
So I'm going to hide this cut with a cutaway, I think. It is a shame that we don't have this in a wide. That would be ideal, but we just have to work with what we've got.
with both clients and candidates to really understand their needs. We're an international business here and
That little breath is a tiny bit awkward.
clients and candidates to really understand their needs. We're an international business here and we like to travel, meet all of our customers. We get over to Europe, we go to different conferences and equally go to meet them at their facilities.
Cool, so I
International
think
business, yeah, I like to travel.
there's going to be some cutaway stuff here. Let's take a look at what we can do with cutaways. Okay, so we have a shot of people seated and talking here. This is quite a good one for talking to clients. So let's see. What we can do
Really
here.
understand their needs. We're an international business here and we like to travel, meet all of our customers. We get over to Europe, we go to different conferences and equally go to meet them at their facilities.
Cool, I like the idea.
Conferences and equally go to meet them at their facilities.
Okay, cool, I quite like that, so...
Get over to Europe, we go to different conferences and equally go to meet them at their facilities.
I don't think the other... Yeah, we... No, I don't think that's not going to fit. Ideally, there was a bit of stock footage of a plane flying, but we can't redistribute that, so we'll just make do with what we have. We
And we
could,
like to travel, meet all of our...
partway through here, we could have... conferencing. We could get Bernard on his headset here.
their needs. We're an international business here and we like to travel, meet all of our customers. We get over to Europe, we go to different conferences and
I like the idea of seeing him when he says conferences.
we like to travel, meet all of our customers. We get over to Europe, we go to different conferences and equally go to meet them at their facilities.
Cool, so I think that does work. Now, we're talking about international
Their
travel.
needs. We're an international business.
And international travel, what's
so the fact that
next?
I'm fluent in more than one language, in this case, English, French.
Aha, perfect. We're just talking about international clients and going out to travel. Now we're talking about different languages.
So the fact that I'm fluent in more than one language, in this case, English, French, Spanish, and Italian.
Now, because she's listing these things off, that's quite nice and emphatic, so I think I probably want a close-up there. Let's see if we have that.
Company. So the fact that I'm fluent in more than one language, in this case, English, language, in this case, English, French, Spanish, and Italian, has helped me increase